Yo, what's up, guys? So, I haven't really been requested this video, but I see people online talk about it all the time, and, I was just thinking recently that it'd be a good idea to make this video. So, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to control SMG-12. Let me know in the comments section if you want me to do more of these videos for different guns, like R4C, F2, stuff like that. Alright, so the first thing that you guys want to do is you want to go to your sensitivity, and you want to make sure that you have Classic enabled, and, uh, in my personal opinion, it's a bad idea to have advanced settings like on. Like I have it on, but you can see it's all set to 0. If you have advanced settings on, I would highly recommend you to turn it off because it just makes your recoil control super inconsistent. Another thing to do is to make sure that your vertical sensitivity and your horizontal sensitivity are anywhere from like 20 to like 45-ish on vertical and like 80 to 100 on horizontal. You really don't want horizontal to be any lower than like 75. And you also don't want vertical to be any lower than like 20. Thing to do is to make sure that your dead zones are in the correct spot. If you have stick drift, you can use dead zones to stop that from happening. I have a high dead zone on my left stick, but it's not for stick drift. I just find it makes my movement feel so much better. Like, I don't know what it is. My movement just feels so much more precise with a high dead zone. You know, like I can do a show him peeking. I'm kind of bad at it right now, but you can do stuff like this with a high dead zone. You can do more precise movements. You're gonna want to run these settings, and you're gonna just want to let the recoil fly. So you're gonna shoot, but let the recoil fly. So you're just gonna let it go and try and hit the targets without controlling the recoil. So do this for like, a couple minutes. Just go like this. Just practice that. It's just kind of getting a feel for the recoil. What you want to do is you want to shoot and you want to pull down to the right a little bit. So you want to pull down a lot, but pull slightly to the right. Now, some people will tell you that you need to burst fire. So you need to go like this to control the recoil. Because if you magnum, it's a lot more recoil. So they want you to just only go for burst firing like this because it's very minimal recoil. And, they say it's a good idea. But that's just, like, not true, because doing that will make it so that you're accustomed to only being able to do burst fire. And if you only know how to do burst fire, then controlling recoil when you need to is going to be really hard. You'll have great recoil control the first shots, and then it's just going to go right up, right up. So here's the thing about recoil. The first couple bullets aren't going to have recoil. They're going to have very, very minimal recoil. So I can just go. It's very minimal recoil, see? But if I'm going to shoot a lot of bullets, if I'm going to mag dump, that recoil, you can see it's just, I'm not controlling it, right now, but like you can see it's going around a lot. So you have to, if you're going to mag dump like that, you have to be able to control it. So honestly, what I just do is I prefer to go to shooting range or to do map training on Oregon. And I just run around and shoot the dummies to practice recoil control. And this will slowly help you build up that kind of tolerance to controlling the recoil, because you'll start to understand the recoil pattern a lot more, and you'll understand how fast you need to move your crosshair, stuff like that. Now I'm gonna do something that no other creator does, and I'm gonna tell you how to control SMG-12 on high ADS sensitivity and on low sensitivity. So right now, my ADS sensitivity is like just in the middle, right? But if you're playing on a slow ADS sensitivity, I'm going to give you a really good tip here. Never be ADS'd in unless you're in front of an enemy. Like, 90% of the time, you don't want to be ADS'd. And the reason for that is that when you are ADS'd, you're going to be moving your crosshair super slow because you're on a slow sensitivity, so it'll be like that, You won't be able to flick to people. But your regular sensitivity, you'll definitely be able to flick to people. So if there's somebody on this doorway and I'm looking over here and they swing from this left side, I can just ADS in and go like that normally. But if you're on a slow sensitivity, you can't really move that fast. So you can look there, and as you're looking, ADS and shoot them. So if you're on a slow sensitivity, don't ADS as much unless you're actively knowing like someone's around this corner, or like, you thinks that somebody's near or like really close to you. What you want to do for high sense is you want to make sure not to aim for the head, but aim for the body. Because if you're on a high sensitivity, just a little movement can change where your crosshair's at, like that. So when you're trying to control recoil, it kind of messes with your aim. But if you're aiming for the body, it's the largest part of the enemy. So it's so much easier to aim for that and to shoot it if you're on a high sensitivity. That way, if you move a little bit from side to side because you're on a high sensitivity and you're trying to pull down, it won't be like with the head where you have to keep it directly on it. You could just keep it kind of low, and it'll work out a lot more. And I know every creator says it, but they say it for a reason. Play on the same sensitivity consistently. Do not switch up your sensitivity every month, every hour, every day. I used to switch my sensitivity about once or twice a month in my old videos. And if you go back and look at those videos, I had very inconsistent recoil control. But now, my recoil control has gotten much, much, much more consistent because I just play on this sensitivity. I think I've played on this sensitivity now for 2 seasons straight. So the last thing I'll tell you in this video is that what you really want to do is just consistently play SMG-12. Don't be afraid to play it. Just don't be afraid. Just keep trying to play it, and when you're playing it, really focus on your recoil control. Just focus on trying to have good recoil control, good tracing, stuff like that. Because the more you do that, the better you'll get at using SMG-12. Just spend time on it. I spent a full 2 days a season ago just playing SMG-12, and I instantly got better on it. But ever since then, I've had to consistently play SMG-12 just to stay good on it. If I ever take a break from SMG-12, I just don't feel good on it.